Mm-hmm.
We'd be a whole other podcast if we talked about like, just like if
Stuff.
we were like a what's the word? Like a just a
Pop culture.
pop culture podcast. Yeah, if we were a pop culture podcast, um, it'd be a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new episode of On It, a non pop culture
I mean,
podcast.
we've dabbled
We'll dabble if it's important enough. If it's important enough, if
and
it's
not
interesting enough.
not like
If it's not like like
fire starting.
a crazy case on somebody, like maybe we won't discuss that.
Mm.
But we are back. We are here. You got me. You got Devin. We got Thursday night football to talk about. We got week 4 games to predict. We got some NBA to discuss. The NBA is right around the corner, Devin. Right before we started this episode, a blockbuster trade went down, and you have no clue
I don't know
what
what
the
it is.
trade was. And it's like, do I make you wait an hour and a half till like we talk about it? It's like I guess.
Depends on
Like,
how blockbuster it is.
I mean, it's. I guess.
I mean,
we'll
I've
see.
thought of dudes, but it's like most of the dudes I've thought of, to me, feel like
Okay.
off the table.
Well, we'll discuss the NBA a little later. Then we'll get to that later on. But I mean, we can talk Thursday night football, but like I'm not gonna lie, there was something more important than Thursday night football, but related to the Cowboys to talk about that we just completely forgot to talk about
What do you
on Monday because I believe it had already came out on Monday, unless I'm
Talking about
mistaken.
Jerry Jones, talking about penis.
Yeah,
That's really what you're talking about?
yeah.
That came out like a week ago.
Okay, so we completely forgot to talk about it.
Did we forget, or was that on the docket?
What do you mean?
Was that on the? Were we supposed to talk about
No,
that?
I remember it happening, and then us just like I remember it happening, and then this week seeing like people still talking about it, and then me just thinking like we never talked
No.
about that.
But
And
what's
it's like,
funny is I just saw the clip today from the what's that podcast called? Rec Room
I don't know. There's
with
a lot of podcasts.
used to be Darren Bates. Now he's a coach.
Still,
Like,
I'm not sure.
It's literally 4 dudes, former NFL players. Clinton Portis was just on.
The pivot.
No, it's like a way shittier setup. Darren Bates, the dude with the big.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name.
Clinton Portis was just on, which was funny. But no, they just watched the video of Jerry talking about 6'5", 250, 9-inch hands, 8.5-inch dick.
All right. Okay. See, here's my thing though.
Let me try to get some context here.
Like, okay, see, because, and I'm not gonna be like, all right, I guess I'll be on some like white boy shit, but is there not like a world or a chance, like a possibility, where Jerry Jones was like trying to be funny?
Jerry has a sense of humor.
Like Jerry Jones might be a funny person, like he might have a sense of humor, and because I'm not gonna lie, people jumped to like some like. I mean, people just jump to crazy accusations like as soon as
people
this came
jump
out.
to the like immediately. They were like, he's measuring people's dicks out here.
Yeah, and it's like bro.
I think we would have found out about this a long time ago if fucking Troy Aikman and fucking all the boys were getting their dick sizes. Oh, that wasn't Jerry.
According to Skip Bayless, Troy would have been okay with that, but
that's what he said.
Do you not know the whole thing about Skip Bayless and Troy Aikman?
I'm remembering.
Yeah, Skip had like crazy accusations.
I'm remembering now. Yes,
back in the day, that's a whole other discussion for a different podcast. But no, I mean Jerry Jones sitting there with Jamie Foxx. And, he was sitting there, 4'3", which, and then he said 9 and 3 hands.
He said 5'9.5", 210, 4'1", 4'1", 3 and 9-inch hands and an 8.5-inch dick.
Yeah, see, it's like, I think I think he was joking. I think Jamie cut it off because no NFL owner wants to be seen in that under that light
Mm-mm.
making that type of joke. And I mean,
When is this from?
that's another thing. Is this just from practice? Like,
it's also like an iPhone video.
I think he was on Instagram Live.
Gotcha. Oh, Jerry can't be on Live.
He was on Instagram. Jamie was on Instagram Live.
No, I know, but Jerry can't be on anyone else's Instagram Live.
On IG Live, and he like ended it right after he said that.
Yeah. But yeah, he says he doesn't recall saying it.
Who is he talking about? Do we know that?
I don't know.
Do we know? Can we figure out what player Jerry Jones was talking about? Because
why do you want to know?
I don't know.
Why do you want to know, dude? What's going on, dude?
Bro, I don't know. Bro,
you don't know?
I'm thinking about it. Bro, I don't know. No, but honestly, I thought it was a funny setup to just ask who's he talking about, but then you made it all gay.
No, I mean it hit me late.
It is fun. No, but I mean it's just I would have thought that would have been like.
I mean, honestly, it could have been about no one in particular.
Well, yeah, but they were like running a play, and then he was like, you see him, like blah blah.
But also, that is funny. Like that's old dude humor. That's saying a dude who's 5'9".
I mean, it's funny.
Is tucking it into his sock. Like that's.
It is funny.
Yes.
It's funny, and but also, but like I was saying, I would have assumed like they would have figured out who he was talking about. Asked that person like, "Hey, did you hear what?"
So no one knows, but Benjamin Watson said it wasn't him. Which, here's the thing: if they're gonna be like, well, obviously Benjamin Watson's not 5'9", he's a tight end. But you know, if those were my measurements, and someone was like, yeah, it's me, like Danny Amendola.
Yeah, no, he was talking about me. Actually, I think I was at Dallas practice that day.
You were 2021.
I was at Dallas practice that day. That was in 2021.
I think so.
That's from that. No, how is that this long ago? Then why is this just now?
Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I can't.
There's no way that's from 2021. That would have
probably
been
not.
That'd have been such a viral video.
I saw a 2021 thing. I don't know. I guess this is this is recent. Okay.
It had to be recent.
But also, who cares?
But the actual game, Thursday Night Football between Dallas and the Giants. So I mean, we both picked Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, Dallas kind of sucks.
No, Dallas sucks, and both of these teams, to me, feel almost somewhat similar in their offense. Run game sucks, both sides. They have superstar receivers. Malik is an absolute animal.
Okay.
And I think that Daniel Jones is obviously worse than Dak, but with the offense that the Cowboys have, it's a one-trick fucking get it to CD type of, like Brandon Cooks had a nice catch early in the game, and a few other guys caught some balls, but it's like get the ball to fucking CD, he'll figure everything out. They don't have much outside of that. The run game's nothing. They're not high powered, and they're lucky their defense held against the Giants' comeback.
Yeah, so if unless CD can just roam.
Yeah,
Dallas is screwed.
Dallas is fucked right now. Yeah,
absolutely nothing going on offense. And then on the flip side of that, for the Giants, look, especially for the Giants and the hate Daniel Jones gets, they didn't look that bad. They didn't look too bad. They, like you said, absolutely no run game.
No.
But at the
same time, they have Singletary now.
Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, I don't know. When you compare, see, if you look at Daniel Jones' stat sheet, you look at the box score, you just watch the game.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing every single thing, and the Giants, their offense, they were doing every single thing except getting the ball in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
They were getting to the
penalties were horrible. What was that? Second quarter, threw a bomb. To the right sideline, went out at the one, ended up getting stopped kicking a field goal. Like so many fucking drives that could have ended in touchdowns, ended in field goals, and a shit ton of penalties, a shit ton of offensive fuck ups. None of it was very good.
There's like it's crazy if they had like a running back who was like really good and like could put an entire offense on his back and like score a lot.
Like that one guy.
Like that. Oh, he's an Eagle now.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Fuck. Saquon. You know Saquon. He would look really good on the Giants.
Saquon
That
would
would
look great on the Giants.
that would make
I
a
don't
lot
know
of
why
sense.
they haven't picked him up. I don't
They
know why
should
they don't have him. It's weird.
make a
But
move for
no,
him. But
I mean, the last time they made the playoffs, Saquon went absolutely nuts, carried the entire fucking team. Last year, Saquon got hurt. They had absolutely nothing. There's all this hype around the Giants and Brian Daboll and Daniel Jones. And Daniel Jones got paid, and it was all off the back of Saquon. They have nothing. Malik is a freak of nature. You see what he did to that fucking DB?
oh
That
whoa.
was a rookie or whatever. He wasn't a starter, but he fucking
Oh no,
slipped his
Neighbors is
ass.
disgusting.
I was like, how the fuck did he get wide the fuck open? And he's like, die.
Yeah,
Touch
no,
earth.
Neighbors is ridiculous.
No, it's nuts.
I mean,
But
they
and now they're
did
calling
everything.
for they're like, how can we get Neighbors a better quarterback? It's like, don't pay the shit dick $40 million a year.
But Daniel Jones. Okay, look, the last two games, Daniel Jones does not look bad. It's
No.
just plain and simple. That's just that's all I can say. If they had any type of run game, they probably would have won that game versus Dallas.
Mm-hmm. Now, I think that the Cowboys look much worse than we had expected. So, like, bad teams, like the Saints. Didn't the Saints piss on them?
Yes.
The Saints look way better in that game than they actually are. The Ravens in the first half looked incredible, and the Dallas defense looked like it had nothing. It's like we expect the Cowboys to be better, so when a bad team plays pretty decent against them, it feels like the Giants are better, but the Giants aren't as bad as they were last year, and I think a lot of it's because of Malik Neighbors.
I mean, I don't necessarily think it means the Giants are better. I think it says a lot more about Dallas, the fact that the Giants had 5 field goals and still had the ball at the end of the game and could have won it. The only thing they had to do was get in the end zone. That was the one thing they could not do the entire night. So, I mean, yeah, they just proved how bad the Cowboys really are right now.
Yeah.
I
that game should not have been, like, with the way that the Giants fucked that game up. They had nothing going on offense. It was real bad to see.
But just as a quarterback and being a poor passer, the way Daniel Jones is talked about, fucking, I mean, look fine to me.
It wasn't that bad.
Look fine to me throwing the football.
Yeah.
But I'm obviously we ain't no experts when it comes
he had
to
some
that.
great passes. The pick at the end of the game, it's like whatever.
See, yeah, that's the other thing.
That doesn't like that's gonna show up on the stat sheet. It's like no, he just threw it up. That's a
he had to chuck it up.
From like the 40 or something. Like
yeah, he had to chuck it up. But I mean, besides that, I mean, 20-15. Dallas has nothing going.
And it's like I don't know what. Like it's not like they have a running back who hasn't gotten going yet. It's like Rico Dowdle and fucking Zeke. It's like.
Well, yeah, no, it's just Zeke. They don't have a good running back.
No, I know, but it's like usually a team that has a slow start. It's like there's something. It's like no, CD needs to be out there and catch the ball a shit ton for us to do anything. They're not scary.
They're not scary at all.
And shit, we don't look too bad up there.
Yeah.
First place right now.
Too bad.
I mean, when we compare ourselves, our receiver room is not terrible. Our running back isn't that bad. Our quarterback has a lot of potential. It's like we got potential to win a few games, maybe 7 or 8. But
I mean, you're lowballing it.
I am.
Now you're lowballing it. But
because it's early, and I don't think the Bengals are as good as we think they are.
We got games to predict. So I mean, we're 1-0 right now with the Dallas game. Do you want to know what? I mean, you haven't asked what your overall record is.
I don't think I need to know.
Do you want to hear? So you're 25-24.
Oh.
And I'm 29-20.
I last week, and I think I said it like I was like, yeah, this is a terrible pick. I was kind of going for the shock value of the NFL because it's tough to predict these games.
Yeah, you
Now, I
definitely
don't think
went.
I picked the right ones to go the other
But
way on.
see, but then a couple of them helped you though. A couple of them
Sure.
helped you because you went the crazy route.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of them almost worked. Like you picked New Orleans, and it's like that wasn't.
That
If it
wasn't far
wasn't
off
for,
at
if
all.
it wasn't for Saquon, putting the team on his back offensively, yeah, you would have had that dub. But let's predict these games. First game, Cincinnati versus Carolina.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton playing his old team.
Like,
Not in his old stomping grounds though. It is in Carolina.
yeah. Like, we thought the storylines last year were nuts and wild, and Joe Flacco this and this and that. But Bengals being 0-3, Panthers looking not horrible with fucking Andy Dalton.
It was against the Raiders.
For sure. But still, I mean, the Panthers
Our
barely
business
score
were
fucking
abysmal
20
before.
points.
Yes.
Dropped to the 35er out there. Yeah, this is I honestly don't think that the Bengals are going to go 0-4. That's a tough look.
Dude, 0-4 is
That's
bad.
That is, I don't think anyone's ever gone 0-4 to the playoffs.
But I will say, like,
Maybe
they do have the talent to be 0-4 and recover.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting arc. That's an interesting.
I mean, they had
arc.
a terrible start to last season. I think they were 1-4 maybe. Joe started playing well and then got hurt, but it'll be tough to see them go 0-4. And I don't know. I still don't think the Panthers are good. I mean, I get Andy Dalton this, Andy Dalton that, whatever, but
Andy Dalton, can he put the nail in the coffin for this on the Cincinnati Bengals season? Look, like you said, I don't see the Bengals going 0-4. Like,
no.
it was cool, Carolina, going crazy against the Raiders. But like in terms of like who needs this more?
Yeah, no. The Panthers were not expected to win any games this year.
Yeah, no. The Bengals need this win.
Yeah. Bryce Young needs this Bengals win.
And this isn't like they're going up against a Buffalo or Kansas City. It's like they almost beat Kansas City. They honestly should have more. They honestly shouldn't be 0-3. But
no, and I mean, who the fuck would have expected us to play that well?
Yeah, I mean,
to score 38. I mean, they still put up 33 on us.
Yeah, and I forgot all about that. And like respectfully, like I expected them to beat y'all.
I thought they'd beat the dog piss out of us. But
I mean, there's a world where they could be 3-0.
Yeah.
There's a world where they could easily be 3-0. But yeah, Cincinnati. I'm going Cincinnati. I gotta go Cincy.
Yeah, no, that game was my Super Bowl this year.
I'm assuming you're going Cincy as well.
Yeah, I'll go Cincy.
Okay.
But again, I mean, I don't know if you can count them out. I would like to count the Panthers out though.
I need an A-Rod classic right here. Denver versus New York. Simply put, I just need a A-Rod classic. I need bro to scramble around.
In New York.
I need to give bro some MVP votes. He ain't got no MVP points this year. No on it.
Well, the first two games were okay. I think
not a single point.
Last week was good.
We haven't given the man a single MVP point.
No.
I need it. This is the week he gets it.
I would like to see him win the real MVP. That'd be cool.
It's
just to carry on with like the narrative that he can only win MVPs.
I mean, that would be cool this late in his career. I ain't gonna be mad at it. Because that means he had to be playing very well.
Yes.
But I'm going New York. I mean, this is another. They're winning this game.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk all we want about Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton and whatever. If the Jets' defense is who they think they are, I think this will be pretty handily won.
I mean, the Jets' offense should have a field day.
I know.
Jets' offense should have an absolute field
day. But this defense should be playing like the 2000 Ravens.
What do we got next? Ooh, Jacksonville versus Houston. Jacksonville versus Houston. All right. I mean, this is another. All right. So Jacksonville's 0-3.
This is
Like
coming off
you,
2 bad weeks.
and
I
you
mean,
start. I'm starting to side with you on the. Like, what is there to really see
hmm
or like or like what is there to really expect for Jacksonville? And it's like,
I mean, ETN has always been a underwhelming back for, I guess, how shifty he was in college.
yeah,
Like, he's a lighter back. He's good for 700-800 yards a season, but
I don't think it's a lot more than that.
maybe.
I think it's a lot more than that. I think that definitely helped. But I just feel like I don't know. I just look at Trevor Lawrence. Like I feel about him. I feel the same way about him like I do like Justin Herbert, where it's like we know like what they can or could do.
Yeah.
It's like just give them the squad and give them the pieces, and I don't know. It's like Jacksonville just is like ugh, like they're just not it.
No.
They're not it at all. Houston and Houston needs a bounce back win. They're
Houston's coming off a bad one.
Houston's winning this game.
I was wrong about ETN.
I know.
2,000 yard season. Either way,
I didn't want to be a dick.
I'm wrong. I was
Oh,
wrong.
I was gonna say,
But
it's a lot. It's like way
still,
more than that.
when
Like,
that's one of your best pieces, Gabe Davis has been non-existent. It's going to be tough for them to win games. And then, dude, fucking Trevor's getting shit on. They're starting to compare his numbers to Daniel Jones and fucking
he
everybody.
hasn't won a game since Thanksgiving.
Oh, brother.
They have not won a game since Thanksgiving.
You know, they shitted out all. I mean, they were for sure a playoff team midway through last season.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real. Ever since their,
I mean, the division was won. It was a 9-win division win.
correct me if I'm wrong, but they gave up that really bad lead in the playoffs.
Nah, they won. That was the Chargers. They beat the Chargers.
But then ever since then they haven't.
Ever since then, though.
They've
I
never
mean, but they had a
capitalized
good
like that.
start to last season. Like last year was supposed to be the Texans and the Colts fighting for like a second place finish in the division, and it was the Jags who looked the best, and they fucking shit their pants out. And
Houston came out the gate looking great though.
No, I know, and then
like shockingly,
but they were up and down all year, and then I almost missed the playoffs because I mean, there was like a 4th down play with the Colts, but
it sounds like you're going Jacksonville.
No. No, I'm talking about who Jacksonville was last year.
So you're going Houston.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this could be close. It will be close, I think.
Rams, but I mean, it can be close, and because I think Jacksonville can compete. They are good enough to put up a fight, put up a close score versus Houston.
But with the way their defense looked, what was that against the Bills? Yeah, no, that was abhorrent.
It's just obvious Jacksonville is inferior.
Now, injuries. Tank Dell, unlikely to play. Joe Mixon's out. Still, either way.
Put me and you in. Doesn't matter.
That's not
Houston's
true. That's not true.
Houston's winning.
Dude, I could be a water boy.
Bears versus
I'll be the
Rams.
towel bitch.
Bears Rams. I could care less about this game. The Rams are smoking the Bears. It's a smoke show.
Yeah, I hope this isn't the opening, I don't know, the coming out party for Caleb.
It's not.
His second coming out party.
It's not. It's a smoke show. They're getting smoked. Rotisserie chicken. They're steamed.
I mean, but the Rams are short-staffed. The Bears still suck. Who cares? Yeah, no.
It don't matter. Matt Stafford's gonna destroy. They're done for. Minnesota versus Green Bay. So apparently Jordan Love is a game time decision.
Dog. The last thing I want to see them do is bring Jordan Love. If Jordan Love is who they think he is, Do not bring him back too early. Let Malik ride out his wave of a few good games. See what he does in this game. If Jordan Love is game time, there's no way he's playing.
But Minnesota's defense versus Malik Willis.
Minnesota's D looks good. I mean, you got Jettis out there is going to be a problem, but the Packers D is definitely good. Jair is a dog. Sam, I don't think Sam can hold this for very long. I think when he was on the Panthers, they were 4-0, so I might give it to him this week.
If Malik Willis,
if the defense can play that way,
Minnesota.
You said if Malik Willis. Oh, okay, fuck. I thought you were going to go
Willis
Malik
plays, it's Minnesota.
Honestly, if Jordan Love plays, I think Again, I don't think this Minnesota hype is going to last very long, but.
And that's the thing. If it's a game time decision, then it's a game time pick. I'll text you at 12:55 and tell you.
No, mine isn't game time.
Okay, so you're going Minnesota?
Yeah. I mean,
interesting.
The Packers haven't looked bad with Malik. Malik hasn't played bad yet. Sam hasn't played bad yet.
Mediocre teams they've beaten.
Yeah, no, agreed.
So, I mean,
but Bryce Young sucks against every team. So Will Levis sucks against a lot of teams.
I love the potential of Will Levis. Don't do that.
Still?
Don't do that. Don't.
Because I was the one hyping him up last year.
Bro, because Will Levis, bro, it's
I only hyped him up because they kept wanting to put Tannehill back in. They kept wanting to ride with Tannehill, and it was like, try it, see what this young dude can do.
Will Levis, like I said, if you take away these dumb young decisions he's making,
yeah,
the potential.
He's got talent, no, for sure.
The potential is there. New Orleans versus Atlanta.
Dude, if this was 2018, this is a hot matchup.
And this is two teams.
Maybe not 2018.
These are two teams coming off of, losses versus pretty good teams that they maybe felt like they should have won.
The Falcons should have won.
Saints.
When you get Saquon, you get Saquon.
Saints could have easily beaten Philly. They
but again,
easily could have beaten Philly.
The thing is, you can't expect to win games scoring 12 points.
Sure, but when it's 3-0 at the end of the third quarter,
agreed.
Or late in the third quarter, you could win with 12 points.
Mm-hmm. They didn't.
And when you're Atlanta, if you just tackle Kyle Pitts before he gets the ball,
everything's A-okay. Honestly, I can't wait for all of the same plays to continue to happen, just to not the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Just so we can see that. Great. These games are being filmed. Plays are replayed and things like that. So it'll be cool to see all of the fuckery that happens during a Chiefs game.
And there's still this there's still these narratives. There's this narrative being pushed that Kirk Cousins is still recovering. It was week 1 he was getting back, getting his feet back under him, and in week 2 he looked a little bit better, and this Achilles thing. It's
he tore his Achilles week 8?
Yeah.
A-Rod was ready to come back for the playoffs.
See, A-Rod was okay. They said that he obviously knew he wasn't gonna have to.
No.
He wasn't going to have to put his money where his mouth was. I don't know if he was actually going to be able to do that. It was nice to think about that. Also, yes. I know he got more rest. And, they're not pushing this whole, it was Aaron Fine narrative. So, I'm kind of confused on why they're doing it with Kirk. He's 5 years younger.
Yeah.
And then, he's had enough recovery.
Yeah.
Enough time to recover, obviously.
I don't know if it's a year or 9 months or whatever the fuck the timeline is, but
it's getting shorter and shorter. It's gonna get shorter and shorter.
Either way, if they actually had concern for him re-injuring himself, it's probably a weird feeling having it. Probably hurts or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I've never torn my Achilles, but I don't think they're fearing that he'll get re-injured. So.
New
He's
Orleans
probably
versus
fine.
Atlanta. All right, so let me really think about this. So
Kamara is questionable.
Kamara is questionable, and that was the first thing. It's like Atlanta can't stop a good running back.
Yeah.
So if Kamara does not play, that's a huge plus for
Like,
Atlanta.
they were letting fucking Alligator Boy run all over him.
I mean, it's a huge plus for Atlanta
Mm-hmm.
if he does not play. Um,
Saints defense isn't bad. And the
Olave
Cowboys,
Olave is also day to day.
fuck.
Saints are really banged up. Atlanta
Atlanta needs a
should have beaten the Chiefs.
Atlanta needs a breakout win. They need to show that Kirk's in town. They need to do this and that.
Give me Atlanta. Give me Atlanta. Give me Atlanta. Especially if Kamara don't play. But I mean, just the fact that he's questionable, Olave's day to day. I don't know.
Can I do an if so?
You can do an if so. I'm possibly doing an if so for the Packers game.
Yeah. If
So we can do
Kamara
an if so.
plays, I think I'll go with the Saints. I don't know. I got a weird feeling about the Saints. Just defensively, I think they're better. Yeah, if Kamara plays, the Saints. If not, Falcons.
We'll TBD that. We'll TBD that. So if Alvin Kamara is active on Sunday, you're going Saints.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yes.
And then Atlanta otherwise. Okay. Philly versus Tampa.
Ooh. Playoff matchup.
I like this game. This is one of my favorite matchups for this Sunday for sure. I mean the biggest thing, obviously, is can Tampa stop Saquon?
Mm-hmm.
If they can stop Saquon, put the game in Jalen Hurts' hands. We've already talked about Jalen Hurts' struggles. I don't know how I feel about a so far this year, the offense going through Jalen Hurts.
It's rough.
The best.
They're stiff.
The best.
AJ Brown, I don't know if he's playing. I'd like to check that.
I also saw that the Bucks have 2 total sacks this year. They've only had 2 total sacks this season.
I mean, they'll get to old heavy feet back there.
So getting to the quarterback is a problem. Now, could they change that on Sunday versus Philly? They could. Philly's defense is also. I really like Philly's defense. This is hard because this would be another great win for Tampa. I mean, obviously the shit show versus Denver is that's an outlier to me. But I mean, you have them. They beat Philly. They beat Detroit like this early in the season. You're blowing some crazy gas into Tampa's head.
Mm-hmm. AJ Brown's out. Devonta Smith's out.
Oh.
I'm going to have to wear my Jahan Dotson jersey for this. Oh. Jahan Dotson's going to be there 1 or 2 or whoever the fuck.
Give me Tampa.
But my thing is, it's like, how impactful was this past game either way? But they didn't look good when they weren't passing it. So
they have absolutely no options now, Devin.
They have Jahan Dotson.
Now they know. It's like, all we got to worry about is Saquon. They're all eyes on Saquon. Bro, Tampa. Give me Tampa.
Is it in Tampa? Either way. Fuck it, Tampa.
It's in Tampa, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fire. Mike should go crazy. Baker had to.
He's questionable.
Baker had to evacuate.
Mike's questionable.
Mike's questionable? They still got Godwin out there. I think they're a better all-around team. I mean, the Eagles' defense is still obviously good. But, AJ out. I mean, Devontae was their workhorse with AJ out. Because he had, 100-some yards last game and then got cracked the fuck up.
Yeah. So do you think that was penalty worth? Like, fine worth? Do you think? I mean.
What, him getting his head taken off?
I
don't know. It was so bang. I haven't watched it
last week,
it was immediate.
To me, because a lot of people were saying, like, it was, like, not late, but it was, to me, what it looked like to me is Devontae was continuing to fight for more yardage. and like at some point was getting a little loose.
Oh yes, okay.
He was getting a little loose because people are saying like it was just unnecessary, like it was about to be blown dead almost type of situation, and I don't know if I necessarily now
I
obviously
don't think it was about to be blown dead. It was definitely a fucking. It wasn't late, but it was
yeah.
late
Well, I
in the
saw,
play. It was after the play had been sort of shuffled out.
but he was fighting for bro. And
No, he
nowadays,
was pumping legs. All right, never mind.
yeah, I would say nowadays you can't let a motherfucker get loose.
No, that ain't.
You can't let him get loose,
I don't.
bro.
I mean, that's obviously a terrible, scary hit, but I don't think
Yeah.
that's. He's legs pumping, and I mean, no helmet to helmet, no shoulder to helmet, nothing like that. It just whiplashed his helmet off. So
hmm
that's a crack, but yeah,
Um.
that's probably one of the bigger legal hits you can lay.
So the Steelers are just gonna be 4-0.
Who they got?
Colts.
Dude, they're shutting down AR hard,
So
heavy,
they're
hard.
so the Steelers just
Fuck.
Steelers just gonna be 4-0. That is fantastic. I love that. That is
I mean, there's
shout
nothing
out to
else to
them.
say about this game. I think Justin is going to ride this wave for however long. He said that the Steelers coaching staff is nowhere near the Bears. I think we all knew that. No, vice versa. I mean, or in a bad way.
It's way better than the Bears.
But again, I mean, Justin Fields probably going to have some bad games. It's not like he's played incredible. So, like, for him to, he's pinning it on the coaching staff for why he struggled so much. And obviously, he had a shit team and a terrible coaching staff, but he's not playing crazy right now. He's not like having a career season. He's not Sam Darnolding it out there.
If there's a pie chart on like the reason why the Steelers are 3-0,
Yeah.
he has a tiny, tiny sliver on that pie chart.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you're an NFL quarterback. Go play football. But no, that defense is a huge reason. Run game is whatever, but
Pittsburgh's
it's okay.
they're gonna be 4-0.
I mean, again, it's the only word that comes up when we talk about what's his nuts.
Anthony Richardson?
It's potential. Like they could potentially win this game. AR could potentially be good, but probably not.
Not versus his defense.
No, not versus a lot of defenses. Not versus himself. I think he struggles like just decision making and all those things. I don't know. He's gonna have a tough year.
You're going to Pittsburgh.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. New England versus San Fran.
San Fran better blow the tits off this team.
Okay, so I'm going San Fran, but like I'm a lot less confident than I should be.
Of course.
I'm like way less confident than I should be.
I mean,
it's
all injury related. I mean, let me pull up their injuries, but I mean, if this team was full strength, it's a walloping. But
it's injury related, but like at the same time, it's also like I mean, okay, as a Ravens fan, I've seen us play at our best with like the most players on IR. I've also seen us shit this year so far. We've been very healthy, and we started 0-2 this year. You like I don't know. They still have like crazy weapons hurt, and don't look great. And I saw this report that Brandon Ayuk like threw a tantrum at practice.
No, so Brandon Ayuk wore the wrong shorts to practice, and then Kyle Shanahan got mad at him.
No, I saw Brandon Ayuk throws tantrum at practice.
Really? I see Shanahan chews on Brandon Ayuk's nutsack.
No. I saw Brandon Ayuk lets the emotions get the best of him after being asked to change shorts during practice.
Yeah.
49ers wide receiver throws a tantrum. So not Kyle Shanahan. Here's 90 seconds, including Ayuk's reaction / tantrum.
Oh, there we go.
Right here. Let's get a little. I'm gonna get a little reaction. So I guess he's asked to change his shorts. because he's got red shorts on. I guess everybody else has black shorts on.
Everybody else has black shorts,
And Kyle
which is like,
Shanahan
yeah.
is telling him to change them, and he's not doing anything yet. And he's just standing there with his hands on his hips. And Kyle Shanahan is like, change your shorts, and he's still sitting there. And he's taking his gloves off, throws them on the ground. Looks like they're panning to Kyle Shanahan. They're going to pan back to him. He's taking his cleats off. He's taking his shorts off in the middle of the field.
Is he really? I'm watching the
Oh,
beginning
and he's
of the
kicking
video.
his leg. He's kicking it. And he's changing. Okay, this isn't a tantrum. I mean, he's just acting like. I mean, I don't know. Is this a tantrum?
I mean, I guess they're gonna call it that. He is a receiver, and they like to call him
I don't know.
divas and such and whatever. And
I wouldn't call that a tantrum. I wouldn't. I don't. I don't think that was bad at all. I mean, it was just he. I mean,
I haven't
I don't
got
know.
to the taking the shorts off yet. Maybe
He
Jerry
just-
Jones should watch this video, but
I mean, he takes off the shorts, puts the black shorts on. I mean, it's not.
oh,
I was
he
expecting-
took off the shorts and put the black ones on.
Yeah, like I was expecting him like throw his helmet, and I mean, it was wide receiver throws tantrum.
Yeah, whatever article you read was definitely trying to hype him up, and
It's Deion's favorite. It's Deion Sanders' favorite.
CBS. Why do you listen to, dude? CBS has some of the worst.
I mean, it was
Garbage.
just a report. Okay,
No,
but
I know.
either way, you
No, I
say throws tantrum. I'm expecting like Antonio Brown walking off the field tantrum.
Or
Like,
the frozen fucking feet
Yeah,
and,
like-
and the helmet shit.
this wasn't no tantrum.
All he did was kick his foot. Fuck out of here.
If anything, it looked like he was like kind of being half serious. Like he was just like, man, fuck.
I mean,
Change
but
my
to talk
shorts.
for a minute about your shorts, and then like I don't, maybe something else was going on, but
you don't know what the conversation was. What
Yeah,
if
we-
Kyle
we don't know
Shanahan
what
walked up
the-
and said, "What are you doing?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "Your shorts." And he's like,
man, I gotta change my shorts out here.
And then he's like, "Come on, like you can't just be fucking." And
I
maybe Brandon Ayuk
forgot
was like,
what color shorts we were.
maybe Brandon Ayuk was like, "Bro, my black shorts are dirty," and he was like, "Man, here, take
Bro,
your
I
fucking,
shit in my black shorts.
fucking take your fucking shorts." God,
Yeah.
God Christ, like I don't think it's that deep.
I don't think it's deep at all. I think what's worse is that there are guys not on the field for this team. Jawan Jennings looked okay. Obviously, they lost to the Rams after they blew it. They had, 24 in the first three quarters maybe, or first half. Yeah, I think they're definitely going to win this game, but yeah, they're not where they are, where they should be.
So you
Pats are not scary.
gonna convince me to pick Washington,
No.
or is Arizona beating Washington?
I mean, I think we got a real shot. Like, I don't want last week's win to be like, oh, we're good now and whatever, but it shows you a little bit. It like there are, like you talk about Anthony Richardson, it's like he showed a little bit of potential, but it wasn't consistent. Darnold, I mean, he had a few good games, and then he had a really good game, and it's like, boom, now they look like a pretty good team. This is one really good game that we had. The Cardinals aren't that bad this year, and I think that our secondary is absolute trash garbage. Who'd the Cardinals just lose to? The Lions, yeah. The Lions are gonna. Their defense is nuts compared to ours. I'm taking them. I think we have a fighting shot, but honestly, I think Marvin's going to run all over us. He's going to fuck us up pretty good. Our D-line is not where it used to be. I think Kyler's going to have some time, some ability to run. But
there's too much to worry about.
Yeah, and honestly, I think we caught a little bit of lightning in a bottle on a Monday night. We fucking just had a great game. Yeah, it's going to be tough.
I mean, you got to worry about Marv. You got to worry about Kyler on passing and running. You got to be able to contain Kyler on just extended plays. Period. You got to worry
You
about
got
James Conner.
James Conner,
I
yeah.
mean, there's a lot. I think y'all. I think y'all. I don't think it's gonna be some blowout. Y'all not gonna get walked on. I think your
No.
offense is gonna be able to keep up with it. But it might be a Tampa situation where it's like your offense is gonna do y'all justice, but your defenses might not hold up.
I mean, I'm afraid of like having to score 30 plus points a game to win. That's how bad our defense could be.
Yeah,
Um,
but it is good to know your offense is good enough to possibly do that.
yes, it's like to see that
Like there's
Jane
a
Daniels can
steps in the
go out
right
there and
direction.
break a, huh?
There's
Oh,
a
it's
steps in the right direction.
a huge step. It's cool that Jaden can go throw 2 fucking incompletions and fucking on a Monday night and wipe the floor with everybody. But I don't expect it every week. I still think we can and will win this game because go Skins. But yeah, I don't know. The Cards don't scare me yet, but they're not bad at all.
I'm gonna go Arizona.
Really?
Cleveland versus Vegas.
You picked against your own team last week there, Buckio.
That might not be the last time.
Oh.
Cleveland versus Vegas.
Oh, fuck. No Max Crosby, no Devontae. Give me
Deshaun
Cleveland.
Watson, he came out. It was asked about like running around a lot. He said, "I'm not a running back. I was brought here to throw the football. I'm gonna throw the football." And I like that talk from Deshaun Watson because I am a fan of his play on the field, just on the field, just on the field. That's it.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. No D Watt.
No D Watt.
And I also think that
No
Vegas.
crafting.
I also think Vegas is kind of dog shit. I mean,
No, Vegas is bad.
I'm not gonna say I don't have a clue about Vegas, but
the fact that they're in the, I mean, obviously the Browns talk about having a quarterback switch up or whatever, but their backup's fucking Jameis, so I don't see that coming anytime soon.
They're paying Deshaun Watson way too much money.
Exactly.
He's
the Raiders
are
actually thinking
about
putting Aiden O'Connell in. They don't have Devontae. They don't have Crosby. I mean, Crosby's fucking half of that defense. Devontae is that entire offense. I mean, I don't think the Browns are going to spank them. I still don't think the Browns are very good. But I got the Browns. The Raiders stink.
Yeah. I'm going Cleveland. Kansas City versus the LA Chargers.
Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean,
the
Kansas
Chiefs.
City,
honestly, I'm going to pick the Chiefs every single game. They're a lock. They might go undefeated this year.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I had the same thought.
I don't know if I said that on the podcast or if I said that to somebody, but I was like, no, yeah. If games are going to go like this, they're fully impossible to beat. Like, this is impossible.
Like, you have to be up 14 in the fourth quarter versus the Chiefs to confidently be like, all right, we might win this.
And there's nothing that you can say about this team that is like, whoa, they're fucking incredibly explosive offensively. Their defense is out there fucking doing. And this is the exact same thing that was happening last season. They had an okay season. They won a lot of games, but they had an okay, like, numbers-wise season. They didn't ever look that good.
I'd rather them go undefeated and then fucking shit the bed in the playoffs. That'd be amazing.
But here's the thing. The Pats never three-peated. The Pats never went undefeated. This is going to be an undefeated three-peat right off into the sunset. Hopefully we never hear about them again. Hopefully the Chiefs lose this week so that we don't have to deal with any of that garbage. But I think they're going to win.
They're not. And they'll probably
it's in LA. Doesn't matter.
They'll get to win this game, like, probably without having to have some bullshit happen.
Yeah, no, I think this is going to be pretty handily. Correct me if I'm wrong, Herbo might be a little bit banged up.
He is very banged up.
Is he out?
That's a great question.
They had Heineke in at the end of last game.
Yeah, I want to say Herbert's playing.
What's crazy is, like, if this was a regular Chargers game, we would have brought that up earlier. But it's not.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter at all. Kansas City all day.
But Herbo's still questionable, which is weird to have Joe Alt's questionable. Joey Bosa's out. This game's not even going to be close.
All right. It's finally time to talk about it, Devin. Sunday Night Football.
We're doing it.
I kind of dug myself into a hole
a
here.
big one,
Huh.
because
Well, I guess.
you picked the boys, and the boys were not the boys, and
Oh.
now you got a team that looks way better than the boys
Oh.
in the bank. DeMar Hamlin's back, baby. He's better than ever.
Oh. I thought you. Oh. I was talking about like how like Bills fans hate us.
Oh no, they do. Oh
Bills
yes,
fans
no, yes.
hate us,
They
Devin.
can
So
have
it's like.
This is going to be a telling game.
This is gonna be a very, very telling
This
game.
is a very divisive game.
So
Hey, at least it's not in fucking dog shit cold country.
do
You know how
you? I mean,
close Buffalo is to Canada?
how close?
Way too close.
Do you? I mean, you give your prediction first. You give your take on it first.
Yeah, I don't. I honestly have no idea. I mean, the Buffalo offense, when they can get the run game going, when they can spread the ball out, Josh does his thing. I think they're very scary. Again, Shedeur is not going to take over a game, have fucking 150 and 2 touchdown catches, but if they spread it to, I think both their tight ends are healthy. Either way, Kincaid can go out there and get it and get first downs and shit like that. James Cook busts a few open. At secondary is still concerning on the Ravens. Ravens offense hasn't fully clicked yet. There were signs of it in the first half of last game. Not signs of it. It did click then, and then it unclicked. The Bills' D has looked pretty good. This one's going to be scary. It's going to be a dog fight. I don't think this game is going to be like these past few Bills games where they're dropping 30, 40, whatever out there. I think the Bills are going to get humbled a little bit. The Ravens are going to get humbled a little bit.
Oh yeah, like they're not humbled enough.
It's like it's not really humbling to do yet, but
Fucking Ravens got humbled in their win.
they did. I mean, you guys
Talking
played
about
so well and then so bad, and
Ravens
still
have been
won.
getting humbled.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know who I'm going with just yet.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know. I mean,
All right.
shit. You were adamant. You didn't pick your team last week. I'm
Here.
for sure about your team. I'm not as for sure this week, but
I'll tell you how I look at this game. I look at this game kind of like a playoff game.
yes, this
We're
is
1 and
like
2.
Chiefs Ravens type of game.
We are 1 and 2. If we go 1 and 3 in the AFC, in the AFC North,
Well, in the AFC North, it's not that bad.
I don't care. I don't care.
Agreed.
Because Cincinnati is close to the same boat as us. We don't know what the Browns are going to look like. We have no clue when Nick Chubb's coming back. The Steelers might just
Steelers are going to be 4-0.
10 or 11 games. Like,
Yeah.
who knows? And then we're talking wild card, which it's deep.
It's scary.
Deep. So it's a playoff game, which means it's gonna come down to coaches' decisions.
Yeah.
It's gonna come down to play calling. It's gonna come down to clutch moments. It's gonna come down to playing as close to perfection as possible.
Yes.
We need it more. We definitely need this win more than Buffalo does. Buffalo's 3-0. They're sitting very pretty right now. They could take a loss.
Mm-hmm.
A loss wouldn't kill them.
To me, this game feels like a fourth quarter fuck up or a field goal type of win. Or I think you guys usually rise to the occasion in these big games, especially during the season.
Baltimore plays to the level of their opponent.
Yeah.
They've done that
since Lamar's been there.
This Lamar era has
after 2019.
I mean, let's be real. The Ravens,
2019, y'all were fucking everybody up regardless.
I'm not gonna lie. As a Ravens fan, it's kind of been their whole thing. They're forever.
For sure. Yeah.
We're just gonna play. It will used to just be like our defense is just good enough, and then our offense is obviously just progressed into this dominant offense. But because it's a playoff game and because I'm looking at it like that, and we're talking about the Baltimore Ravens, give me Buffalo. Josh Allen is going to pick apart these defensive backs left and right. Probably the best DB out there that eye test wise is probably going to be our rookie Nate Wiggins, Brandon Stevens, Marlon Humphrey, Eaton alive. Hopefully Kyle Hamilton can run out there and make a play. He's going to get exposed in the middle of that pocket, and then in the middle of that field, the worst coverage linebacker in football, Roquan Smith. I love him. Sideline to sideline, he can make any tackle. You ask that man to play coverage. You ask that man to play coverage defense. He look it. I, in the nicest way possible. He looks like a smooth brain dude out there. Bro has zero clue what is going on out
He's
there.
got a smoothie.
Bro's got a smooth brain. Lamar will be running a marathon out there with the way our O-line will be protecting him. Buffalo's winning this game.
I don't agree with that. I think this will be
with anything I said.
No, just the fact that Buffalo will win this game.
Oh, okay.
I think the Ravens will win. I think, again, like you said, y'all rise to the level of your opponent. This is a primetime game. I think that a lot of what Buffalo has done is inflated as of recent. I think that their huge win over Miami was inflated. I think that their last win against Jacksonville was inflated. Their defense did not play incredibly well against the Cardinals. No, their win last game was inflated. That game was over when it was fucking 34 or whatever. They dropped 47. It wasn't 47.
But is that a negative to Jacksonville?
No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that.
Or to Buffalo?
Huh?
I was saying, is that a negative to Buffalo though?
It's not a negative, but Buffalo looks a lot better than they are. If y'all's defense contains Josh a little bit, I think your line's pretty good. I think you guys can contain Cook enough.
Our pass rush is good. But
Josh
Allen can move good enough to where he's going to be able to extend that play and dot up our DBs, bro.
I know, but getting a few sacks out there, getting a few pressures is always good. Again, but their receiver core is not scary enough. I mean, obviously you guys do not have the secondary. I know, but I mean, you guys played the Cowboys. You're playing against CD fucking Lamb. There is no CD Lamb on this team. Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be hard fought. The Bills definitely can win this game, but yeah, I see y'all legging it out.
All right,
El Freaky's going to be out. I think we're forgetting the Lamar Jackson effect. Obviously, Josh has his own thing.
I am not forgetting the Lamar Jackson effect. I'll be sitting here in a Lamar Jackson jersey on Tuesday if we win this game. But it's just I got to be honest. I got to be non-biased. I got to give my real opinion, and that's.
I know, but you can be a fan. It's still.
I'm a fan. I mean, I'm
not.
Sunday night, I'm gonna be rooting for the Ravens.
No, I think this is definitely like a better pick than last. Like this, the Cowboys were never scary, except in the second half.
Yeah, see, that's the difference though, because the game was over for the Ravens at halftime, and then it wasn't. The game was over for Buffalo at halftime, and then it continued to be over because Buffalo is that good. They're just they're just better, bro. They're winning this game.
I don't think they're gonna win this game. I think Jacksonville is much worse than the Cowboys. Jacksonville blows chunks. The Dolphins obviously suck. I don't see it.
I guess we just see it different. Tennessee versus Miami. Big Snoop starting. Give me Miami all day.
Snoopy starting?
Give me all day.
No way.
Day Snoop. I don't care how much I hype
Fuck
up.
It. Yeah, I'll take Miami. I like. That's the bro.
Snoop to Tyreek all day.
Tennessee? They're playing now?
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Tennessee. It's a
shitty Monday
double.
night
It's a
game. That's
double.
gonna
Well, it's a
chunk
double
it up.
header. It's a double header.
Oh, there we go. Another shitter. No, I'm kidding.
Seattle versus Detroit.
That's the old school match. That's a Calvin versus the Legion of Boom.
Okay, so Seattle's the worst 3-0 team in the league.
Yes.
Detroit's winning this game by a mile, like 31-14. Sorry to any Seahawks fans, but
I don't think Detroit looks as good yet, but they're gonna break out. They're gonna fuck these boys up.
it's a wash.
But
It's a wash.
I'm definitely not picking the Seahawks to win, but I don't think it's a full wash.
It's a full wash.
The
It's a
Seahawks
full
got enough going
rinse
on.
and repeat, Devin.
They got a little bit going on, a little bit. Oh, dude, they've played the fucking Broncos, Pats, and Dolphins.
Yeah.
Smokehouse. Smokehouse.
Yeah, the worst 3-0 team in the league.
Yeah.
By a mile. Detroit.
Shit.
All right. We got our predictions in. We got everything in. Now let's switch. Let's switch topics a little bit. You know, Devin, I'm not gonna lie. We spent all NBA season, and well, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, once the NBA season ended, we were like, all right, we made it through the NBA season. Finally, the NFL is right around the corner. And we both said we probably wouldn't talk NBA for a while. And for some reason, Media Day just came around, and then, conversations started being had, and narratives started being pushed already.
Zion said that he was coming back with a vengeance.
He's coming back with a goal to be 270 pounds. He has a whole diet plan and everything.
His goal is to be 270.
I mean, he has a whole diet plan and everything.
Dog, bro was like 250 in college. That's a big boy.
He's huge. He's massive.
Yeah, there's no vengeance for this kid. I mean, he has to avenge his diet and his.
I mean, at least he's coming out and saying he has a new diet plan and everything.
I know, but bro's had a diet plan since he's hit the league.
I
You
don't
think
so.
you don't think the Pelicans went?
It was
Boom, there's your
literally a
diet.
year
He
ago. He was like, you know how hard it is to just like eat clean.
No, I know, but I mean that's still a thing. I mean, he played 3 years already.
How do you know, though? How do you know?
I don't know because it hasn't happened yet. He hasn't lost the weight yet. All of it.
I literally don't think either of us know or have seen Zion.
I don't know. I want to see Zion play well. Tired of him being fat and hurt and ankle busted and dumb.
And you'll get to see him play soon. Literally next month. The NBA is right around the corner.
Really? Oh, I don't watch the first beat. Oh, is there an NBA? Did you hear about the NBA thing?
What?
They have a cup?
The in-season tournament?
Oh, is that what it's called?
Are you stupid, dude? We talked about this last season.
I saw it fucking marketed as the NBA Cup. Is that what they called it last season?
I don't know. I mean, the in-season tournament last year, remember the Lakers won? We were like, Lakers are winning.
No, I remember the in-season tournament, but I saw something that said NBA Cup. I don't know what the NBA Cup is. Is that what they're calling it? That's what they're calling the in-season tournament. All right, whatever. They called it the in-season tournament last year, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they needed a better name.
It's the Emirates NBA Cup.
That's fine.
Taken.
Whatever. They can call it a cup. I don't care.
Just to make it more like soccer.
But no, I'm excited. I'm actually excited for the NBA to be back. I'm looking forward to some of the things that are going on in the NBA world, like the trade that just happened.
Yeah, I didn't see.
So I told you not to check your notifications or anything, so you don't know what the trade.
I hope it's big.
I mean, see, the thing is, like, depending on how you feel about it, this is a very polarizing player. Like, people either like really, really like him and like what he can bring to the table, or they like to just clown him.
P-Bev?
Yeah.
P-Bev?
Definitely not him.
He got traded to the Israeli storm fighters or something. Stormtroopers. Bro's out there fighting.
If anything, I think people like to just clown this player more than like talk about his like then critique his play. But there is a new Knick in town.
Get the What's up with these Knicks? They still suck.
A new Knick in town. The New York Knicks traded for Karl Anthony Towns.
Why would you say that? Oh, I'm glad I didn't look at that. That would have sucked.
Sending Dante and Julius Randle to Minnesota, and they're
Who?
getting
Who's Dante?
Div-
DiVincenzo?
DiVincenzo,
They
yeah,
they kicked one of the boys out, one of the Villanova boys.
and Julius Randle over to Minnesota for Cat.
That's the entire trade. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
They
But
traded
those are the players, yeah, I believe, yeah.
no picks, no
If you want,
nothing.
if you want to pull up anything else and check,
Oh,
but
brother. I mean, that might go down as one of the worst.
well, so why are
Julius
you
Randle
saying
has
that? Why?
no
So
potential left.
I'm assuming your disappointment is coming from the Minnesota fan in you.
I don't have a Minnesota fan in me, but
You want to
my
see
my disappointment comes from how good Minnesota is with Cat and with Ant playing well. Get rid of Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
You can. Cat is enough of a defensive threat that he can go out there and play well enough defensively, but Rudy brings nothing offensively. Julius Randle can himself. He'll have 12 games where he scores 20 points and then he'll piss off for the whole season or get hurt. DiVincenzo, that's a throw in. He is pretty good. He's not bad.
But it's a piece that New York didn't have to get rid of. It's just look.
No, it's like that squad. You just added Bridges. Like I don't know.
Now they
Julius
said
would have been good coming back for the Knicks after injury.
there was a notification that the Knicks were looking to add a big. When I saw that, I was like, okay. Now I didn't think Minnesota was going to give up one of the key pieces to. The future. Bro,
Cat was Minnesota. They've
But
obviously
I don't know. The first
already.
thing I thought is how much more pressure Minnesota put on Ant.
Oh, everything.
Ant had it so made to where he had a co-star in Cat who was shit. Humble and able, and was humble enough to be this is. He knew that was Ant's squad, and it seemed like he was okay with it, and they were thriving together, and I thought Minnesota would have taken advantage of that and continued to build on that, and I thought that was something that they were doing and planned on doing. And
here's the thing: you do not have to trade away your number 2 on a team to get Julius and Dante. Honestly, you could have just gotten Dante for 2 role players, maybe. 2 guys who were sitting on your bench the whole season, if you wanted Dante that bad. To me, the Timberwolves received a protected first-round pick that originally belonged to the Pistons. Either way.
It's a great move for the Knicks. It's a great move for New York. If there's one thing they needed a big. And they got themselves a big now.
Now, I don't know if Cat is the full-fledged answer to this team.
I don't know. It's like the big conversation about the Knicks was they need a big. And they made a move for a big.
Yeah.
Now they lose a shooter. Sure. Let's be real, though. Julius Randle was not something they were going to continue to build on or have faith in. So that's a if anything, it's like they lost a shooter and then they lost Julius Randle, but he was going to walk eventually.
The thing is, they threw in Randle, who had this weird resurgence in his career.
Well, they had to. They had to be big for big.
No, I understand, but it's I don't see where Randle fits into this team and is productive. Dante can pop in.
Oh no, it's definitely gonna be an issue. Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert on the court together, it's gonna be it.
I know, but now you're missing out on 20-some points from Cat a game, plus the defense, plus the consistency. Julius Randle he's never been consistent. in his entire career. I mean,
I
Cat's
mean,
not the most consistent, but Dante,
bro, they
he'll
took,
pop in and be okay.
they took an all-star superstar teammate away from one of the NBA's top rising stars, and it just seems like such a
I don't know
I
how
don't
to
know.
feel about this.
The move for New York is it's great because I honestly have had my doubts about New York and haven't had my faith in them and haven't really bought into the hype. But
Of course.
with this move, like it definitely, it,
I mean, that gives you a battle tested big who seems to be, I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't say improving, but not getting that much worse as he gets older.
in the Garden. I mean, it's gonna be nice to watch. It's gonna be fun to watch. But
They still got
I mean, I'm almost looking at
Josh
like
Hart and Bridges.
Ant. I'm almost looking at Ant now in like a Jaw situation where it's just like,
Yeah, no.
all right, bro. Like you better go out there and drop 40.
Yeah.
You better go out there and drop
I mean, because
40.
honestly, for them in the playoffs, it was Ant had to play great. McDaniels had to pick up some heat sometimes. Cat had to play great. And then everyone else, it was like, y'all just need to give us a few points and not. Um, Rudy needs to play good defense. But outside of that, I mean, they don't have a whole lot around them, but they could have gone out and gotten a role player like a Dante and not given up Cat. If they had Cat and DiVincenzo, that's perfect. You get a shooter, you get someone who can handle some of it, someone who can play hard defense. Um, I don't know. I don't like this move for either team. I don't think this fixes the Knicks. I don't think this makes them like a scary powerhouse. I mean, it's not
I
gonna.
think you need to go look at the lineup, bro.
No, I
The
know they
lineup
got
for the Knicks is gonna be crazy.
Kyle Bridges, Josh Hart, Brunson. No Dante. I mean, Dante was better than Josh Hart.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, I mean, at this point, you're like, all right, do I want Dante? Do I want the biggest problem we have filled with Cat? It's
Yeah,
like
agreed.
I'll take that. Like
Honestly,
I'll
yeah,
take
no,
that
this
loss.
isn't. This is no. This is. Yeah, you're right.
But the move for Minnesota, it's a terrible move.
This is a setback. I
I'm
mean, because
very
this is a team
disappointed.
that we were talking about contending. We look at Ant and we call him like Mike. People compare him to Mike the entire postseason. It's like they were a few games away from making a real run. Oh,
And they took multiple steps back.
like I mean, like getting rid of Klay Thompson is like boo. Who? This is like this is like no. This is like if the Bucks went out and traded Giannis right now. They're like, no, we got Dame. We're good.
Yeah,
And
I mean
nobody else.
it's definitely weird. It's an odd trade. I don't I get it. Like obviously, if I'm the Knicks, I'm making that move if I can.
This is
But
one of the best moves James Dolan's ever made, or whatever
yeah,
his
yeah,
name is. This is nice.
great move for them. But
The more I
Minnesota,
think about it, the better it looks.
it is a step back. All right, I got some hot takes for you. I got some NBA hot takes. I'm gonna throw them at you. You're gonna tell me how you feel about them. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about them. We're gonna tell the world how we feel about them. Maybe
You
some
throw
fan bases,
hotcakes at me?
maybe some fan bases hate us after it. Maybe some fan bases love us after us. Who knows? First off,
Thing is, the NBA don't got like the
yeah,
crazy thing about the
they do.
NFL is like it's like there's like a 8 mile radius, probably not 8 mile. This weird corner of New York State plus a little bit of Canada is so incredibly mad. I think just in general, being there. The cool thing about NBA fans is like could be a Bucks fan in California and they have a great life and they're not bitter and rude and
Like I can watch Russell
things.
Westbrook in Denver in a warm state.
You don't have to be a fucking mountain boy. You don't have to be in Utah to be a Jazz fan.
I don't. But here's some NBA hot takes for you, Devin. The first one: Boston Celtics repeat as champs.
I mean, I can't sit here and be like, nah, impossible, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, they're fucking good, but I don't want to see that shit.
Look,
I mean, it'd be
okay.
cool to have another repeat champ and, like, maybe another start to a dynasty, maybe another start to, like, a rivalry or something, but fucking, I
I
don't know.
mean, is the East coming back scarier, especially if healthy? You got the Knicks. You
They
got
stole
the
Cat.
Bucks. You got
Ugh.
the Sixers. I mean,
Paul George is a Sixer.
you got teams.
Joel
Now
just got paid fucking $89 trillion.
now is it way too early to make a call on who's winning the NBA championship? Yes. But I will also say claiming
Ugh.
that the reigning champs will win again isn't really a hot take
It's
for me.
not that hot because that team hasn't changed. Um,
It's like a lukewarm take.
I don't even. I mean, it's not really a take. It's like saying that the Chiefs are the favorites to win. Like the
Yeah.
Celtics are going to be the favorites to win.
Mm.
Um, whether they will or not, we'll see. They'll definitely make a deep run in the playoffs. I mean, the
Ooh.
Heat aren't going to catch them.
Well, speaking of the East, another hot take is the Cleveland Cavaliers finished second in the East.
Nah,
See, now that's a way hotter take. Now,
that's a fucking diarrhea take. That's hot liquid.
now
Burn it.
this
That's what we call a Cleveland steamer. That's trash.
now this was a take definitely made before this cat trade.
Fucking
Uh,
OG Anunoby. Get the fuck out. Honestly,
because
dude.
yeah, no, look, I like the Cavs, but
Bro.
I feel like they've definitely hit their ceiling.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I just looked at the Knicks lineup. But yeah, no, the Cavs have 100% hit their season. I thought Donovan would have been out of that bitch. Mobley is cool. Jared Allen's cool, but I don't know. It's like a B squad.
The B squad. Mavs don't make the Western Conference Finals.
Possible. Very possible. Incredibly
Yeah,
possible.
yeah. You know the West is deep. I think. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know if it's more of just Celtics hate and people are trying to drive narratives to discredit the Celtics championship. But a lot of people call Dallas a weak team that they beat in the finals.
That
And
that was voice crack, and
I
that
mean,
was yeah, a little bit.
oh, sure, I guess I don't care.
No, that's utter bullshit. I mean, I rode with the Mavs for a good bit of the postseason there. Clearly, they were outmatched and played like shit. But if we looked at those teams and we talk about Luka the same way and we talk about Kyrie the same way, it's like, no, yeah, they had a chance to win that series. They played like dog shit though. Yeah, I don't. You can't call it a bum win.
You can't call it a bum win, especially. I mean, at least for us. I mean, we were talking about before the postseason for the NBA last year started, how the Mavs, they might have the two most the two least guardable players
Mm-hmm.
in Luka
Yep.
and Kyrie. It's like if they're on, like there's no stopping those two. So
I mean, but the
yeah,
problem became if one of them isn't on, there's issues, and then if both of them are on, you still got to worry about what the fuck else is going on
well, and then there
with
just
your team.
wasn't much else going on around them.
No, they had nothing else going on except for fucking Derrick Jones Jr.
But now they got Klay Thompson.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if that's gonna help much.
Okay, so Clips missed the playoffs.
Possible, very, very, very
Now
possible.
that's very possible. Now, if you gave me a full healthy season with the Clippers,
James Harden looks like he's a buck 12 right now. I
you
don't know if
got
you saw him.
Kawhi. I didn't see.
He's skinny.
I'll take it.
James, they're better. I guess there's no clubs out there
So
in
James
LA.
Harden, yeah. So James Harden, it's all that coke. So James
There we go.
Harden
There we go.
and Kawhi Leonard, fully healthy all season. Give me that all day,
That's
making the
nice.
playoffs. Don't even talk
I
to
mean,
me.
they're gonna be a team that, if healthy, will be shocking because them two as a matchup. I think is better than trying to throw a 3-4 headed monster that was never really a monster.
But when you look, if you go over and you do take a look at the West,
Why
I,
does Rob Pelinka look exactly like Rob Lowe?
I don't know. But if you go over and look at the West and you compare teams to the Clippers,
Yeah.
I mean, all right. So you have Denver, obviously. You have Oklahoma City. You have the Lakers. You have the Suns. You have the Kings. You have Dallas. You have um, we don't. I mean, people don't know how Houston's gonna look. How New Orleans is gonna look. People don't know how Golden State's gonna look. We don't know. Now we have no clue how Minnesota's gonna look. I mean,
Yo, Cat um, tweeted just 3 dots. Cat definitely didn't want to leave. Cat's had the opportunity to leave his entire career.
I didn't think Cat wanted to leave.
I'm surprised. I'm so surprised they did this. I mean, and for those two players,
I don't think he wanted to leave.
shit, give me Brunson, bro. What are you talking about?
But I think I think at the least I think Clips could definitely be looking at a playoff or playing situation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're worse than 10th seed.
Now, if they're hurt, shot. They got nothing.
But here's the thing, though. They said miss playoffs, so they could be a playing team and miss the playoff easily. We got Jimmy Butler does not finish the season with the Miami Heat.
Jimmy might not start the season with the Miami Heat. We still got time if Cat's out here getting fucking booted to New York.
That is definitely true. Jimmy might not even start the season with Miami Heat. With the Miami Heat.
Honestly, if I'm Jimmy, I'm getting bounced the fuck out of there. I'm moving quick.
Yeah, if I'm Jimmy, well, see though, if I'm Jimmy, I would have left a long time ago.
But the crazy thing was, it's like they've been close. They've made 2 finals. Like it's like yes, like they don't have the star power and whatever and this and that, but they've been there.
They've been there.
Last season wasn't great, but either way.
I mean, I would also just love to talk Jimmy Butler destinations, like possible.
Maybe he goes back to the Bulls.
Possible trades. I would no. Maybe he goes back to Minnesota.
Nah.
He could though. He could though. He could though.
He burned every bridge to Minnesota, dog.
He could though. He could.
Nah, there's shot.
Who knows?
Not a chance.
You never
Honestly,
know.
I'd like to see him go to the Lakers. That'd be nice. That'd be nice to see.
That would be absolutely beautiful. But everybody wants to see every good available player go to the Lakers.
Because what's his nuts? Is he on the roster? Brownie Nuts?
I'm not even sure.
He ain't in the starting lineup, and that is for damn sure.
Do you like the Lakers starting lineup?
It's okay. Rui's cool.
It's cool. Rui's. JJ got, some faith in Rui.
I think Rui can be good.
I liked Rui. I mean, I got to watch him really have his breakout year with Russ. I mean, he got to show a lot. Russ utilized him real well. I mean, I enjoyed my season as a Wizard fan. It was cool.
Which is crazy because I'm a fan, but not really.
Shit, I even got to watch.
You were watching.
I got to watch.
You got to watch a live game.
I got to watch them win a playoff game.
Yeah, sick.
But SGA wins MVP. Is that a hot take? That's definitely a hot take.
I think that's a hot take. Depending, I mean, he obviously had a great year last year.
I don't think the NBA big hype is over yet. I don't think that narrative is just over yet. I think we're close to getting back to just like, I think we're close to getting back to talking more ball, like maybe.
Can you remind me who the fuck won MVP?
Joel Embiid.
This year?
Yes. No.
No, it wasn't.
Yes. No. Jokic. Sorry.
No.
Yes, Jokic.
Jokic did win. Okay.
Sorry. Embiid was on pace too, and then he had the whole.
And then he got injured. SGA was second. Luka was third. Okay.
Yes, it was Jokic again.
Yes.
But Embiid was going to win it.
Yes.
Embiid was going to win MVP, and then it fell down to like once it was clear he wasn't going to play, it was like, all right, well, I guess
Yes.
Jokic is winning MVP. I think it'll get to it'll have to be a transition. So like it'll transition like Luca will win it.
Dog.
Luca will win it soon, and then it'll the conversation will be like, all right, well, look at the skill set Luca has and all that. And it's like if you're gonna say he's the MVP, then we're gonna have to start talking more guards winning MVP, and then so give me like 2 or 3 years, and maybe SGA gets him an MVP.
Yeah, I mean, for how young he is, I don't think. Honestly, if Oklahoma City keeps getting better, I don't think he's going to need to do as much as he did last year. Um, Also, right now, like the MVP is kind of like a versatility type of thing where they're looking for dudes who are obviously big and
big guys that are
pass
versatile.
and can rebound and everything.
What were you dogging about?
Is that a word?
You were dog.
Oh, is that what I said?
Dog. Yeah.
CBS Sports has their top 100 players. I don't know. I just have the CBS Sports article pulled up, and then this flashed up. So they have their top 10 players.
Okay.
Jokic, Giannis number 2,
Okay.
Luka 3, Shy 4. This is the NBA. This is top 10 in the NBA. Shy 4, Joel 5, Steph Curry 6, Jason Tatum 7, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards. I hate everything about this list.
Do you hate the order or the people in it?
I think the order, I would have to go in to look at who can be in this list.
Did you say Kevin Durant's name?
Yeah, 9.
Okay. Kevin Durant's on there. LeBron's.
For how they hyped up Ant.
Give me the list one more time.
Jokic.
Okay.
Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
Luka.
Okay.
Shy Bunny'd everybody.
Okay.
Number 4. Joel.
Okay.
Steph. Then Tatum. Then Bron. Then KD. Then Ant.
Okay, the order can definitely be changed, but I'm not mad at the
people in there. I don't think Shy's number 4 in this league. I think right now you can pull Giannis down a little bit.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, you probably could.
Honest, Bron has never been number 8. I mean, no matter what people, whatever.
No.
I don't like the order.
And then we got our final NBA hot take, and that is the Phoenix Suns are first round exits again.
They might not make the playoffs.
So I got a really good feeling they're probably gonna make some type of move. I mean, maybe they convince Bradley to get rid of that no trade clause, or they just have Bradley, okay a trade.
Mm-hmm.
But they definitely are going to have to make a move if they go into this postseason like they did last year. Yeah, no. Them being a first-round exit again, not a hot take.
No, I mean, there is the potential that they actually, try to figure something out,
Mm-hmm.
It's weird that, KD is telling us, the media, the fans, everybody, he's telling us that he's being pushed into the corner. Go tell your team.
Yeah, no.
You're Kevin Durant.
You're Kevin Durant. You should never feel that way.
You're top whatever of all time.
Mm-hmm. You should never, ever feel that way.
You're the guy on this team. Fuck him up.
Devin, I got the quote of the year. The quote of the century. So, I guess Shedeur Sanders.
Get the fuck.
Shedeur Sanders was talking. Devin, he was, maybe some type of, conference media session, whatever it was. And it was I guess he was questioned about his resilience, where his resilience comes from. Have you heard this quote?
No.
Are you ready
but
for
this it's a fucking clown show, dude.
Come on,
everything
bro.
They do.
His resilience. Don't you want to know where his resilience comes from?
Ain't nobody give a fuck about your resilience, dog.
Before I tell you, where do you think his resilience comes from?
His pops.
That's crazy because it's the opposite.
His mom's?
You ready? You ready? Shedeur Sanders on where his resilience comes from. I don't have a trust fund. Dad ain't set me up good like that. Dad ain't set me up good like that. Look, I don't want nobody coming to the comments saying like, "Oh, somebody has daddy issues." Don't nobody got daddy issues on this
Nobody's
platform.
got daddy
Period.
issues, bro.
But what are we doing here? What are we like? I ask this a lot, but what are we actually doing with this?
You may not have a trust fund.
Easily, you could easily not have a trust fund because like, what's a trust fund?
It's just a
No.
box of money.
What's a trust fund? What's a trust fund?
Like, at its essence,
What's a trust fund?
money put away for your children's future.
Okay, what has Shedeur had his whole life? Money in
put
front
away
of his fucking face.
for his entire future.
No.
Having a
you're like, he doesn't have a trust fund. He's spending it. He gets everything he wants now.
No, I know. No,
There is no trust fund.
No, there's no future. No, this is now. But the thing is, like, if anything goes wrong to where he cannot make money and do commercials and rap and things like that, because he won't be playing football for very long. His dad will cover everything in his life.
For sure.
Unless they, like, tax evade or throw their money away on shit or whatever.
Dude.
But
what are we doing here?
Like, the fact that you're going to come out here as Deion's son and talk, and after everything, dog, who bought that AP?
But it's like everything.
Why do you have a name?
Like,
why does anyone know who you are? It's your fucking dad. Your dad's last name is your trust fund. You're good for life.
Yeah, no, that's the trust fund. He has a trust fund.
Your last name is your trust fund.
But no. See, that's the problem. He could probably say with a straight face, "I don't have a trust fund," because
it's probably true.
He might quite literally not have a trust fund.
And a literal trust fund, yes.
He has lived in a bankroll life. Like he's lived an amazing life.
But here's the thing.
Not had to struggle.
Like, I'm not putting that against him. He's out there. He's a college football player.
Don't lie though. Don't sit here and lie.
It's like, don't try to act like you came from like you don't have it. Like, go talk to your teammates. Go talk to your teammate Jimmy Horn. His pops is in jail. Like, go talk to these players.
It's this gutter talk. It's this like, yeah, like that. My dad ain't have it. It's like, no. Your dad is Devan Sanders.
Your dad's got you, bro.
Your dad has held your hand from high school to Jackson State,
probably middle school
to here,
probably whatever. But yeah, high school. I mean, JSU.
And look at everybody in that in that family, in that conglomerate. It's like, no, like, we're all together. We all got a job.
That's what they said.
Even if they're not on the roster, they're filming, they're doing something. They got a job. But Sanders is gonna have a job.
What's his name? Is it Junior? Deon Jr.
Deon Sanders, Deon Jr.
He does a podcast and fucking works for the team and shit.
It's delusion. It is just trying to. You're trying to just be a different guy. You're trying to have like you're like, trying. He's trying to be that character.
I had to puff it out through my shit.
Yeah, he wants to be that character.
I ain't got this.
Like, bro, this ain't The Wire. Like, you are. You're Shedeur Sanders. Like, you're good. You're set for life. Like, honestly, like.
But here's the thing, like, what? So Deon, like, if the football thing doesn't work out, Deon's gonna be like, nah, you're out on the streets after everything he's done for him.
But like the audacity.
I mean, shit. If I was Deon, I'd be pissed. Or Deon told him to say that shit.
I mean, think about it. It's just like when like Shaq was like, "Oh, 3 degrees before you can touch my cheese." It's like, okay, yeah. You think Sharif's on the street begging for money right now?
Fuck
like,
no.
Come on, bro. Like, bro,
he said that and bought his son. Bought Sharif a fucking Rollie or a Rolls Royce for his fucking birthday.
I get it. It's like you want to.
And Sharif was supposed to hit the league.
I get it. Like, you got to cap and make it seem like you, like, or maybe not cap, but you still like maybe you want to prove that you still want your kids to work hard, even if they have it easier than other, the normal person.
But if that you can talk about resilience. Resilience shouldn't come from money.
Okay, here. Where does my resilience come from? Living up to my last name.
Yeah.
How about that?
Being in the spotlight. Like, that's not even resilience. You're not like you don't develop any, like, that's future shit to worry about. Obviously he's good right now, but either way, he'll be set for life.
Shedeur Sanders has never had to wake up and be like, "Damn, I don't have a trust fund. I got to get to that bag."
No,
Like shit.
that's
It's like
not what his
no. It's like
life's
he's
about.
had all the opportunities in the world handed to him. So I don't know what I don't know what we're gonna be called haters and we'll be called
Well,
this
I
and
mean,
that.
but the thing is, he's capitalized on his opportunities to go out and
Mm-hmm.
make money better than any other NFL player's kid. He's done it well for the
Yeah.
situation that he's in. How long it will last, we don't know. Hopefully, they can just shut up for a little bit, because I can't fucking stand Dion. But yeah, no, don't be shitting on. It's just stupid. I don't know
But
why even bring it
uh,
up.
the final
Why bring up
thing,
money?
the final thing before we get out of here, Devin. Let's set these fantasy football teams. Let's set these
Oh,
fantasy football teams. Now, my first question for you is: did you start Dak Prescott?
I did 28 points.
Okay. Not
It's
bad,
also
not
because
bad.
I never look at my lineup before Thursday. I always look after Thursday, like mid through the Thursday night game. I'm like, oh fuck, I got fantasy. I gotta play.
Okay, so I'm having a couple of issues here. So I'll go over my team first. So obviously I got Josh Allen starting. Um, I still have Kenneth Walker questionable. So if Kenneth Walker plays, I will be starting him and Ramondre Stevenson. Actually, Ramondre Stevenson is playing the 49ers and Chuba Hubbard is playing the Cincinnati Bengals.
Um,
Ramondre versus the Niners, I don't think that's going to be a good day for him.
no, but I don't know how well Chubb has played recently.
Who?
Did you
Oh,
say
Chuba
Chuba?
Hubbard. I
Chuba
mean,
Booba?
here in his pull up his game log right here. In his game log, he's had from week 1 to week 3, it's went from 2.9 to 14 to 33.9.
Trending upward.
So trending upward for sure. But I'd
Who do the
say
Panthers have
okay.
again?
Panthers have the Cincinnati Bengals. So here, I'll put it to you like this: I have Jamar Chase and Mike Evans starting at receiver. So my real problem is, my dilemma is running back and flex because my options are Chuba Hubbard, Ramondre Stevenson, and Kenneth Walker if he is playing. But then I also have George Pickens as my flex, or as another receiver I could put in as a flex. So I could do a 3 running back situation where I have 2 running backs and 1 in the flex. I could do Ramondre Stevenson and Kenneth Walker and then George Pickens. I could do Chuba Hubbard and Kenneth Walker. I could do Ramondre and Chuba Hubbard and then George Pickens. I mean, I could do a lot of things here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure what I should do here. What would you do? What are you thinking?
Who are the other running backs you said?
It's Ramondre, Chuba Hubbard, and Kenneth Walker questionable again. But he plays Detroit. I don't like that. I don't.
Ramondre, Chuba. Oh.
See, this is probably the lineup I am gonna stick with. Just have George Pickens in the flex versus Indy. He's gonna get him a couple. He's gonna get him some. I got Quay Walker and Logan Wilson as my 2 defensive players. Detroit's defense versus Seattle over Philly's defense versus Tampa Bay. And then I have Houston's kicker.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking
Yeah,
at.
I don't think I wouldn't put in Kenneth. I mean, even if he does play, Charbonnet's played well enough to where they're probably going to be splitting.
Reps, carries.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at your team.
Who I got? I got some questions.
Yeah. Okay.
I got Dak, of course, who just played 28 or so points. Derrick Henry, James Cook, DK. And then we get into some weird territory. What's his nuts is out, Devontae Adams. So right now I pulled Christian Watson from my bench, but I also picked up Xavier Legette. I got Dalton Schultz right now. Do I trust George Kittle and put him back in against New England? or do I wait for Schultz to have a breakout game?
Uh, I would throw. I'd probably. I mean,
Throw Kittle back
you
in.
have George Kittle. I'd probably put him in.
Put him in.
Could he easily be strapped? He could be.
Yeah.
He could be, but I mean, besides that, I mean, no, yeah, the Henry and Cook, that
Henry
looks
and Cook is
that looks
fire,
good to me. The Watson move from the bench, yeah, that's a great move. Charbonnet
but
in the
not Leggett.
flex, nah, you
Um,
got Charbonnet in the flex. I mean,
I mean,
you're set.
I want Mostert back bad.
You got a starting running back in your flex,
For now, I
so I
mean,
mean,
I
you're
don't know what's going to be happening with Kenneth. I hope he stays injured,
see, but even
just for
like
fantasy
you
reasons.
said though, like even if he is coming back in this game,
He'll be toting it more.
uh, Charbonnet's probably gonna be looked at as running back one.
Yeah, we got to
Um,
figure out this defense thing because I don't know how this works.
I'm gonna fix the points for that.
All right.
I'll settle that. I'll fix it.
All right.
But you got Green Bay versus Minnesota. Is that the defense you're rolling with? Yeah, it looks like it.
No, this is just my defense from last week, and I don't know which defense to pick up because I don't know how the numbers work.
Okay, yeah.
Because it
I
went from like
definitely.
60s and 70s to like -4. I don't
Yeah,
know what's better on the list.
I gotta change it. But we'll see, because I have the points where it's like, you get a certain amount if you allow this
Yeah,
or
yeah.
that. Honestly, if people,
Oh, the takeaway points.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna reset it to
Set it back to
default,
normal.
just so people can just shut up.
Yeah.
I do have my other team though. I have Josh Allen, once again at quarterback. I have Najee Harris. I
You got a
have
love for Josh. You got a lot of love for Josh for all the mess you've been talking about him.
yeah. See, bro, that's the problem.
That's the problem. Is like
I never.
you're a supporter.
I like Josh Allen, Najee Harris, Tony Pollard as running back, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs as my receivers. I have Taylor Conklin as my tight end. Tyler Conklin.
Tyler Conklin.
Tyler
Not Taylor
Conklin.
Conklin.
I saw the T and just completely blanked.
Tennis.
I do have to move Alex Singleton to my bench because he is on IR. So I'm gonna replace him with Patrick Queen, and I have Patrick Queen and Logan Wilson as my defensive players. I have Seattle's defense. Ooh, let me change that. Miami's defense versus Tennessee instead of Seattle's defense versus Detroit. We have the Chargers kicker. I'm looking around. Kenneth Walker on the bench, questionable. DeAndre Swift on the bench, he's gonna stay there. Chris Olave, he's gonna stay there. He's questionable. I guess yeah. I'll rock with this. I'll keep Zay in the flex. I'll give him another chance. Maybe he can break through again. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm rocking with.
No bad. I'll have another team.
What's up with that?
I don't know. Kyler Murray's starting. I got Stafford on the bench. Right now, I picked up Cam Akers from Houston because Joe Mixon got hurt. But Joe Mixon is questionable, so if Mixon plays, I think I'll put in Mixon. I got AK-41, Jamar Chase, Drake London, Debo Samuels, Brock Bowers. Could put in Kelsey. Don't know. David Montgomery, Jordan Mason. We got 2 flexes. And then I got to change my defensive kicker.
Vegas, Brock Bowers versus Cleveland.
Do I play Kelsey?
I probably would play Kelsey. I mean, I don't know. Don't take my word. Don't take my word for it.
There's been a lot of heat around Mr. Kelsey.
There has been. And
to where he's going to break the fuck out and have 3 touchdowns.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen eventually.
Oh, it's coming.
It's gonna happen. He's gonna be found plenty of times in the red zone at some point.
Yeah.
I think with all that being said, I think it's time to get out of here. We discussed some NBA, the cat trade, some hot takes. Shedeur Sanders absolutely lying his ass off. All week 4 predictions, Thursday night football review, set some fantasy teams. Is there anything you want to say before we get out of here?
I don't have a trust fund either.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I'm resilient. I'm so resilient.
My resilience came from those parties I went to in 2004.
I'm so resilient because I don't have no trust fund. My dad don't
I'm
set
so
me up like that.
resilient because my dad got me a KFC commercial where we all sit around and eat KFC. That's why I'm so resilient.
Yeah,
Because
bro, he does have a KFC commercial.
he's got to
What
deal
the
with
fuck?
KFC. Like that's a regular person's trust fund. His commercials with
He's
KFC is
fat.
equivalent to a regular rich person's trust fund.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. I think it's time to get out of here.
Brother's set up. He's fine.
Um. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of On It. We will be back on Tuesday to talk all week 4 games to I guess predict Thursday Night Football week 5. Go over some fantasy football. Talk a lot of NFL football next episode.
Probably
That's all. MVP voting, all the good shit.
the Josh Allen collapse.
Brand new episodes every Saturday and Tuesday. We'll be back on Tuesday. Hopefully you enjoyed. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.
Blair Witch.